Hey guys, welcome back to Restored by Ali. I actually found some old video of me working on projects when I lived in Portugal. There's two different scenarios. One I'm painting and the other one I'm finding antique furniture to redo and sell. Both really funny to see and watch. So I'm going to actually watch these with you guys and then tell you like what's happening because a lot of it doesn't make sense. Both of the projects never got finished, but I will kind of explain as we go. So we're gonna start off with the painting project, and this was February of 2022. No, February of 2023. I was in Portugal for about a month or so and was starting a project at the house I was staying at, and we'll just start off. We'll just jump right into the video. Welcome back to Restored by Ali. It is currently, I actually don't know, 8:30 in Portugal, but 2:30 in Minnesota, 2:30 a.m. in Minnesota. I am in Ivo's basement and I'm going to clean up his mess. Just kidding. I need to clean up the gray paint on the ceiling and this doorway. And hopefully the white paint that I'm using matches the white paint that's already on the walls. I'm not sure, but we'll be pleasantly surprised if it is, you know? Okay, so far you are seeing what I'm gonna be doing. If you notice that I'm wearing like sweatpants and a sweatshirt, very not common for people to wear over there, but I had brought over clothes that were like warmer clothes, like as in shorts and t-shirts and stuff, because Portugal is supposed to be warm. And it was warm over there in February, but wet. And then when you're wet, like you feel cold all the time because your skin feels damp like all the time. I remember feeling very swollen because of the humidity and just wet all the time. Like you couldn't feel dry. It was kind of gross. But anyways, that's why I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt, because we had to go to like a really cheap store, grab some clothes that kept me warm, but also really loose because my body like was so swollen from the humidity, I guess, that like my normal clothes weren't fitting me. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I already cleaned, like wiped off the walls a little bit so there's no dust or cobwebs. But now I'm going to start painting. And after I'm painting, I don't know if you guys can tell, but down here where the tile is, there's gray paint on it. I'm gonna clean that up too. If you haven't seen already on my Instagram, Eva and I have like started a couple projects that are still not finished. Typical Ali fashion. Okay, and let me just clear the room, clear the air. Okay, sorry. Clear the air on who Evo is and why I'm in Portugal and all of that. I went to Portugal to be with my boyfriend at the time, Evo. I was living with his mom, him, and his brother. And eventually things didn't work out, but that's who I'm talking about when I say Evo. That is the guy I was dating at the time. And he, in this video, when I was taking this video, he was actually working. So I was doing this by myself, which is funny. Like projects are kind of intense and kind of hard on their own, but try doing one in a foreign country with material that you've never used before is a little bit crazy. Okay, back to the video. But we tore down a wall, so if you want to see that, go to my Instagram right here and go through my reels. And one of the reels I have where we're tearing down the wall. It was fun. Kind of scary, but fun. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, this next video doesn't make sense, but I'll explain it. I took a video of the washing machine and it sounds like it's about to take off. But what's interesting about in Portugal with washing your clothes is most people don't own dryers. Like nobody owns dryers. And you wash your clothes, and once it's done, you take them and you hang them out to dry, like on a rack or clothing line. And when I say like hang them out, everyone can see them, including like your underpants and stuff. Like everyone can see all your laundry. It's so weird. And then imagine having your own laundry, living with your boyfriend's family, and it's just hanging out there in the living room or basement. Like, awkward. Eventually, they did get a dryer because I am used to a dryer. I never asked them to get one, but they got one. And it was actually really nice because then you can just fold your clothes and put them away. No one has to look at what you wear. So yeah, that's just to kind of explain this next little tiny video. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this video while we watch it together. It's me trying to open the bucket of paint. Like they got a massive bucket of paint, white paint, and eventually I do get it open. And then I realized that it's like a weird kind of paint that's not normal. Their paint was nothing like our paint in the US, or at least in Minnesota. And so I had to try to mix it. Mixing didn't go well. It was like translucent paint. It's either really, really crappy cheap paint, or I honestly don't know. I eventually had to ask my boyfriend at the time to get one of those attachments for a drill that spin so you can mix up the paint. But even after that, it still went on really terrible. So I don't know if that's just the normal kind of paint over there, or if that was just a really old paint or cheap paint. I don't know. It just wasn't that great. So that was a struggle. We're gonna find out if this paint matches the white paint on the wall. Little tiny bit. This brush is the only brush Evo has. Are you joking? This paint is... No. What's going on right now? Okay, so it's like almost the end of the day now, and that's because I found out that I couldn't mix this paint by hand, and I thought I could, and I tried, and I failed. So Evo very, very, very kindly went out and bought this attachment for a drill to mix paint. I've never done this. I've never used this, so it's gonna be fun. Now I have to reopen the paint. Let's see if I can do this. Let's hope it works. Good start. It's a good start to starting this. All right. didn't really well. I don't know. Yeah. Let's just say we're not gonna let Evo paint dark colors by himself. This is gonna take a lot of layers to cover and look nice, so yay! This is fun. Evo, I know you're watching this. This is called tape. And this helps you not get paint everywhere you don't want it to be. You apply it, and then you paint a little more careful, and then you remove it. Voila. Okay, and that's for that project ended. Oddly, kind of like in the middle of it, I'm pretty sure I did go back and put a few more layers on. I just didn't film it. I was so over that paint. It was so bad. Like, that paint was so crappy. And I was kind of like not having it. Like, it was not a fun project. Not that projects are always fun, but it just was something I'm like, okay, I'm in Portugal and I could be painting at home. I don't feel like painting in Portugal with crappy paint. So that's where that video ended. Sorry to not finish that or have any after photos. I'm pretty sure after I left, Evo painted the entire house actually. I don't know if he got new paint or what, but it did end up getting finished, just so you know. But next we are going to jump to November. And I finally got the chance to go to an antique store in Portugal, so I'll show you that, a little bit of that. And I bought some furniture. The furniture, I have opinions. So Portugal's a country that has a lot of old stuff, like old stuff. But the furniture that I was looking at this place, I don't know how old specifically it was. I couldn't date it for you guys, but it was kind of crappy. Like, it was veneer and falling apart, and I still paid a lot of money for it. But I was like, okay, I don't know if I can get anything cheaper. I don't know the market here. So anyways, I think I spent like $50 to $60 on 3 pieces of furniture, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they were in terrible condition. And so we brought those ones home, and then you'll see in the video kind of what happens. Okay. Can you do them again?
From a king.
Okay, so you kind of saw some of what an antique store in Portugal looked like, as well as what I bought. They're cute little pieces, I would have to say, but they definitely weren't in the best condition. And guess what? I never got to even pretty much touch them for restoration. Like, I ended up coming home and never going back to Portugal. So I spent money for no reason. I wasted a lot of money over there on dumb things. Actually, no, it wasn't on dumb things. When I say I spent a lot of money, I meant more on travel. Like, I spent a lot of money to get there and a lot of money to get back home. But that's the story for another day. These furniture pieces sat in the basement, and eventually I got a message from Evo saying that he's gonna chuck them, throw them away, because they have bugs. And I guess that's a common thing over there, that there's bugs eating the wood or something. Termites? I don't know exactly. I didn't ask too many questions, but what's a little sad is that he didn't even remove the hardware from them. The hardware was kind of cool. He should have done that, but he just ended up throwing them into the garbage, which is unfortunate and such a huge waste of money for me, but whatever. Life's life. I don't even know those needed so much work. I'm not sure. And I have to say, in Portugal, from what I could see, they're like the land of IKEA. They want all the ugly, modern, plain, boring, minimalist kind of stuff. And the vintage, or even ancient, not ancient, antique stuff was just kind of like pushed aside, thrown away, not really cared for. I mean, there's obviously, I'm sure, some people who really saw the value in it and know that most of the time old stuff, old furniture is built way better and is 10 times the better quality of furniture than anything you buy at the crappy stores now, especially IKEA. But everyone there seemed obsessed with IKEA. Not my crowd, not my people. But anyways, I have another quick little video to show you at the end of one of the best things I tasted in Portugal. Like, I'm not a sweets person. I don't really like dessert that much, and I don't really like candy, but I like sometimes randomly have a craving for something sweet. I tried one of these things that you're about to see and fell in love. They're so good. Let's watch the video. Okay, I know that was like a tiny short little video. I probably only had maybe 3 total when I was there. That's a lot. I wasn't there super long, but they're called Bola de Berlin. Translation is, I hate saying the translation, balls of Berlin. Yeah, such a weird name, but it was so good. It's like a really light donut on top with like it's not really like a cream. It's not heavy at all. I don't even, custard maybe? I don't know exactly what's on the inside, but it's so good. And it's really light, and that's why I like it so much. That's why I can eat it. It's not too heavy. But yeah, that was something that was super good. One of the foods that I like there. I'm guessing it's not original to Portugal because of the name, but who knows, maybe it is. I'm sure I'll end up finding more videos because I've been going through my storage on Dropbox, and there's a lot of videos from Portugal on there because I just took a lot of content. So if I find other things that are interesting, I'll probably make some more videos about it. But that's all I got for now, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.